Hi, Pep. Saturday was the first Premier League or Champions League game that you didn't have Erling playing this season. How different is it without him? How do you think you managed without him on Saturday?
Yeah, we won 0-1. He's not going to play in any more game until the end of the season. I don't like Erling.
You coped, didn't you? You managed.
During the season happened the injuries, you know. Fortunately, we have Erling a lot of games. Scored a lot of goals. He was involved in a lot of goals, and it's massively important. But during the year, always happen in some problem. I would say the only problems we have, you know, the players just miss one game or two games. So unfortunately, sometimes that doesn't happen. So, and we'll see if they're able tomorrow or for the next game against Newcastle.
Hi, Pep. Just sorry to come back to set pieces again, but you said it's about how you adapt. The most important thing is how you adapt. How have you adapted this season to the increase? Have you changed much at all? Do you practice more kind of set pieces?
But a little bit more than maybe last season, but not. It's important factor. Okay, you have specific meetings, like I'm pretty sure every team, and of course it's not a corner, it's throw-ins, you know. Last game, Ampadu is maybe 7-8 times in the box, like a corner, and second balls in the chaos, and second ball is there. It's a dangerous action, you know. Always you make I would say, the process to arrive in the final third and put the ball in the box. Today, with the corners and free kicks and throw-ins, is more often. Of course, you have to pay attention. Otherwise, even Liverpool scored a lot of goals in set pieces. They are so really good. So all the teams, yes, Premier League especially, I think. So there are a lot, and of course you have to be concerned and prepare. But at the same time, always there are, I said many times, a lot of things you prepare the game. So be focused with that, and you as a manager have to decide what you like to work with, you know. And there are other things I prefer to work and be focused.
So do you leave it to, like James French, for example, to right here?
Yeah.
How important was his kind of knowledge of that for
a lot? Yeah. Today I think all the teams has an incredible master. So Arsenal is outstanding, but Brentford have been with Thomas Frank before, and now the same this season. How many goals Brentford, and many teams. So all of them is an incredible tool, you know, for the teams to score a goals, to don't concede, to create that. After what happened there, is my opinion.
Pep, when you see other teams having success with set pieces, do you feel like you have to move in that direction, or does it kind of convince you?
We are moving. Yeah, we're moving that direction.
But you still...
I pay more attention in set pieces than when I start my career in Barcelona, for sure. For sure. Much more. But football is about what the opponents, no 1, 2, 3, 4 opponents create a problems to you, have to find a solution. When I play in that way, and we start to make a Kevin De Bruyne moments in the channels between central defender and fullbacks, and that moment, the byline, people start to make 5 in the back. When in the beginning, never play in that country 4 in the back, 5 in the back. But we killed them there, you know, with David Silva, with Kevin De Bruyne, and said, oh, that moment had to be with another defender, 5 in the back. So it's always evolution, and that's how you do. The opponents make a contra movement, but the set pieces is the same. Of course, you have to do it. You know, it was not a dangerous situation. I will not pay attention, but now every corner we have to, guys. They put the chaos there in the near post, in the far post, in the second balls, and this kind of stuff. So of course, you have to pay attention.
I think City is still near the bottom for kind of goals scored from set pieces. So you could do more, but you're saying you prefer to work on other things.
Yeah, I don't have much time. I need to rest.
Hi, Pep. With the way that the Premier League is now, we're talking about the set pieces, but the man-to-man marking, all this kind of stuff, and you talking about the balls with De Bruyne and David Silva in the past, then everyone adapts, then you adapt again, do something different. There's so much stuff to adapt to now, and there's been so much talk about your future this season in terms of, oh, maybe this is the last season, maybe the club have been speaking to other people. But it feels like with all these challenges, you're still thinking of there's loads of different ways that you can beat it. You're not trying to take the goal kicks really short against Leeds. You could have just gone long every time, but you've been talking about you want to play out from the back and do it properly. With all these challenges, does that keep you so motivated just to keep going? And might that potentially mean that there's still a long time left for you here at City?
I know what the intention of your question is, the fact how evolve, if every change the opponent make to you or you to them make me feel alive.
It's a new challenge, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like manage new players like they come. Always I cannot disappoint them. They don't know us, they don't know me, and what they have to do, of course, it's a challenge. Of course it is. Yeah, and being there again and for one more season again, we are there competing. We are closer to qualify for the Champions League. The gap is with the six is quite important right now. So we continue to do that. We'll be next year's Champions League again. The only team in England have done in the last 10, 11, 12 years. So because I said many times, qualifying for the Champions League today, the modern football for the clubs is the most important title, more the Premier Leagues, more than many, many things. So for sustainability, for many, many reasons. So last season was a lot of pressure on my shoulders. I felt the pressure higher than ever. Not qualify for the team in Champions League. Fulham game, the last one was, was mentally the most difficult one. So this kind of stuff is a challenge for me. And being there now in the Premier League, still being there and with our chances and no competitions is really, really good.
Just because you mentioned it there, how difficult was it last season, December, January? Obviously you had to come here every day and talk about it with us, but looking back now, was that the toughest period you've had, and what was it like?
Well, last season was 2 months and a half was really good. The rest in the beginning of the season we were top of the league, and the last 10 or 12 games or 30 or 14 games we were the best team in the Premier League last season. So it was a 2 games month that we were not able to win one single game, but we were not able to do it, and I didn't find a way to. It was a good lesson, good learnings. It was incredible learning for me how to approach when the situation is bad. I was in what direction I should have done and the other one. And yeah, but at the same time, when we won the Premier League or the titles, always I think nothing is eternal. So that doesn't mean the next season will be like this season. When last season was bad, I never thought this season would be like next season. So it's just to avoid it, the mistakes we have done, and game by game. So like I said before, it's just Nottingham Forest in my mind. People say and won't anticipate what will happen if you win 7 in a row or you lose these games. Nothing. It's what's next, and this is only I'm concerned.
Hi, Pep. Just you were talking about the sort of different challenges that this season has presented, and how that can invigorate you. How do you feel as if you yourself, you're almost more energetic at this point of the season than maybe you were earlier in the year?
No. I've been quite energetic. Yeah. It was good. No, I've been good. I'm not I don't know all of you, but I'm not happy all the time during the day. I'm not energetic 24/7. No, there are moments I'm more down, but yeah. And after that, I'm better. So important is the moment of the game, the day before the game. I'm fine. I'm still, yeah, Pep, well done. So still, I'm here.
And you talking about the second balls and things like that. Can you coach that? How do you coach for second balls?
Learn. When I arrived here, always there was a lot of long balls. No, my second game was Stoke City, was a lot of balls. So I learned. Before in Spain was not much. In Germany was a lot of transition, how to control the transition, and here is more long balls. And we control and make 1,000 million passes, and no avoid many things. But now my marking is more difficult for that because they don't allow you to do it. Is learn the positions. You learn 10 long balls. We didn't even want. Why? You take a look, you said, okay, I have to do this, I have to adjust that. It's always about to learn. I'm not the same manager like when I arrived. I'm not the same manager when we won and not the same when we lose. So people learn. It's constant. And I learned during this season, I learned a lot. I'm seeing completely different we're playing now than we are start of the season. So, and it's not good or bad. It's what the opponents does, how inches we have, how sweet, better than the players that we have right now in our disposal. So this kind of stuff. So it's not all the time it's the same, and it will be so boring. You know, the 10 years, the same system, the same opponents do the same. I will not work. I said, I know that, what the opponent is going to do. I know what they're going to do. I will not work. I will be at home watching series or reading books, or I don't know. But it's not the case, because every game is different. When Sean Dyche was playing Nottingham Forest, different now than Peter Pereira. I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's different. And you have to do what they make different. But, you know, when Sean Dyche played, how many times was in Barley and here in Everton? Many, many times. And Victor was, in Wolves, maybe here, no more than that. So it's different how they play, how they make the pressing build-ups or whatever, set pieces. But that is nice. You know, and we're going after in Newcastle, but Newcastle is the same because we play a lot this season. There's no surprises for both sides, I would say, but that's why it's nice.
Last two are James and Rob. Thank you.
Do you think because the level between your City and Jurgen's Liverpool was so high for so long, and I don't just mean like the enormous points totals, but like the quality of the football, the entertainment, that's one of the reasons there's maybe more focus on people saying there's no joy now, you know, looking more at the set pieces. Do you think it was the level was so high, so entertaining, the quality so good that it's amplified the difference that we're maybe seeing at the moment?
I'm agree with you. Sorry to tell you, but they were so good. The level was outstanding. You don't make more than 90 points in that league, and I'm pretty sure that league in that moment always the team were really good. I think. But, for example, Arsenal finds that when they score a goal in set pieces, so they are so happy. And I'm pretty sure the manager is happy and the players are so happy. And I'm pretty sure you ask all the Arsenal fans, will say, don't change 1 second our set pieces. At the feeling when they go set pieces, well, I'm going to score. And I'm pretty sure all the teams will want to create that vibe, you know, that, for example, our team will struggle a little bit more. So it's what it is. So enjoyable or not, maybe... I'm not agree with the people say, that league is not good this season, the winner will not be good. I'm not agree. So it's tougher. It's really, really tough. So look, Wolves, no? It's in the bottom of the season, but how tough it is, you know? Arsenal could not win, and they beat Aston Villa. That for me is... And Unai, for me, is one of my mirrors. As a manager, I learn a lot watching them. It's incredible, well prepared. So I think it's because it's really, really tough. Look, Nottingham Forest, you see individual player by player. I said, how is they struggling? And I'm pretty sure it's for emotional issue, no more than that. Sometimes the dynamic, you have expectation last season, Europa League, for nothing, we're not in the Champions League. And the expectations are high, you cannot handle it better, and maybe, I don't know. And it's what it is. So I think year by year, Premier League is more it's tougher. The quality of the managers rise a lot. They have incredible staff, knowledge for everything. They see what you do. When you make one game in one way, you make something, the next game against them, you cannot surprise them because reanalyze, they make a counter action for that. Many of these kind of things happen today in modern football, especially in the Premier League. So that's why I give a lot of credit to my team to be there. Even no scoring, like you say, I didn't know that in set pieces, I love still to be there.
Last one, Rob.
Historically, your teams have been known for scoring beautiful goals, lots of passes, movement, creativity. But if you chuck a long ball into the box from a throw and it hits one on the back of the head and goes in, it counts the same, right? I mean, do you care personally about scoring beautiful goals, or as long as the ball goes in the net, does it not matter?
No. I want to score goals. I never prepare a plan to be beautiful, to be... No. That is a business. You have to score goals. In the way you do it, it doesn't matter. But sometimes we adapt for the quality of the players that we have. I said many times, when you have Erling Haaland, you have to make more crosses. You have Nico Riley arriving in the box, you have to make more crosses. When you have Leo Messi, don't cross. So it depends on what we have and adapt. But the important here is to score goals. And when I score goals in... A long throw, no, because we never use it. But corner, a free kick, wow, I'm so delighted. I'm so happy. So this is the truth.
Thank you,
Okay,
Rob.
thank you.